speaker is Joe Gilberti.
City of Naples this week, November 15th.
Good morning, Council. I have two cards there.
Yes, you do.
Two different subjects. I'd like to speak on the primary water one first.
Okay.
Okay. I also want to hand this before the thing starts. A letter to Byron Donalds, U.S. Congressman Byron Donalds. It's public record to each one of you. So
Okay, if you'll just give it to the clerk. And thank you, sir.
February 21st letter with the mask on the 20. COVID mask on the 20.
No, not now. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
FBI
thank
case,
you.
too.
My name is Joseph Gilberti. I'm a professional engineer at University of Florida, graduated in 93. I live in 385 Denora, Fort Myers Beach. I'm from South Florida, but I've been here about 18 years. I was brought here by Congressman Trudy Williams. I did a bunch of projects in Collier, the Collier Annex building, the parking garage, your airport expansion. I'm a civil land development engineer by trade, but I have my own company for about 20 years. I do development. I have a ranch in Sarasota with some farmers that has a secret underground river from the meteor impact that created the Gulf. It's yielding what we call primary water. You don't need drinking water for rain. You don't need rain for drinking water. Primary water comes from the core. The steam from the lava infiltrates into the rocks and liberates. We can only drill 6 miles deep for oil. The military complex and the oil guys all hid this stuff. I'm proposing in that letter 75-mile pipe down Seminole Gulf Railway with an airport fuel line as well, like they planned years ago. Well, we put the railroad tracks on the widening of I-75. This is going to bring you an antioxidant to the tap. Tap water treatment's based on cancer rates. So if you guys call Rick Scott, DeSantis, and Joe Biden, you don't have to get an answer. Just place a phone call within 5 days. I'm offering free water bills for Naples, entire city, because we're going to take down the revenue bonds from Tampa to Miami. I've had a 300-mile pipeline permitting for 10 years, but unfortunately I keep getting subdued by the DOJ. That's the next 3 minutes.
Time terrorism with the
I'm just
Boston
asking you to
bomb,
call,
Parkland shooting, the
reference
clowns,
the
man.
resource. You can come out to the ranch. I have the deeds. I have the mineral rights. I could charge what I want, but we're going to make the water free. This is a medicine changer. I found another one in New York, actually New Jersey, at Washington Rock. I met with Eric Adams, Mayor Eric Adams. It's on video.
Arrest him and Chris Christie and the governor of New
They spent
York
$100 million
and
a
all
day
the
for the
commissioners.
aqueducts. The Catskill Mountains are like 200 years old. They're leaking. I'm only 25 miles away. The old Washtung Mountains, a buried volcano. So I have 2 data points here: a meteor impact, a buried volcano showing primary water. It's never seen the sun, so the dissolved solids aren't in the water. It's a negative voltage. When you take a shower, you soak in a liter of water. Tap water treatments based on cancer rates. They're filling kids in hospital cancer centers.
Medicaid fraud, Rick Scott.
The pathogens on the chlorine carry viruses. So the level of service
We don't
is
need chlorine.
Tremendous increase in level of service. And part of my permit is a dry line permit because it's right next to Peace River Pump Station where they're pulling off a polluted river. Lake O has a GMO in it by General Electric for a blue.
I want to stop it for a minute. We need to arrest all of South Florida Water Management, SwiftMod, FDEP, and the EPA, and the Army Corps of Engineers in Florida and New York and New Jersey immediately.
Algae for ethanol. The Army Corps put it out there. It filled up half the lake. It's all your red tide coming out here. And we can burn it off in 3 months. We presented to Florida Congress in 2019.
Jim Murray presented to Florida Congress. He said the GMO had mutated in the air and has clogged all the other wells. We can burn it off. They said stop talking, it's too political, because Biden and Trump are just smacking 5, man. They're all attacking us. They're Zionists. They need to get the hell out of America.
They kidnap me again. You burn it off like oil. You deflagrate the cells. So I can clean up all your red tide and get you spring water to the tap with lower water bills.
Nobody's called
I'm
yet.
asking you to make a phone
It's been
call.
2 days. Now,
Does this
no
give me 10
engineer,
seconds
no
left on that 3
consultant,
minutes? Is that what
none
that
of
is?
them. 2 more days, I'm filing
That
request to
was,
prosecute.
3 minutes.
Correct.
Okay, that was good enough because you got the
They ain't
letter.
got nothing to do. Why didn't make the phone call?
Nobody's moving it.
Byron Donalds is
You know,
down
it's been
there.
down there 65 million years. It ain't leaving.
They don't care
So,
about kids, man.
He's a pump report and a 5-minute water test. We haven't seen magnesium and calcium. The readings are there in the letter.
The whole agenda was talking about yachts, jewelry awards for jewelry stores. Go down to Fifth Ave. Look at all these old people, man. They don't care about our children, man. In this Collier County complex, I ran into environmental graduates, and they're like, you're not supposed to know about that water. They didn't know I was the one that found it. It's a big gang down there in Collier and Lee County, all the way up this west coast, and bled into South Florida now.
It's at 78 milligrams per liter, and the calcium's at 118. Look at Fiji, it's only 18 and 15. It's an antioxidant.
So
Better
you're
than
pretty
any bottled
creative.
water.
You're pretty creative. You put in 2 slips for item 5. Never had that before, but
Because I only had 3 minutes, and I'm going to come back and see you guys.
One slip was Pentagon FBI case. I slapped down the FBI case with 50 judges in there showing the fraudulent transfer with Sarasota and Ed Browski, Tom Wyden, Chris Hallett, and the entire commission and the entire staff. And they all know. Cape Coral knows. They know. If you want to talk about creative, what about the project? Forget about filling out the card. She's a nice lady, but we're going to find out.
I'm going to do Collier. I'm going to hit all the cities in Broward. I want to see the leadership. Just make a phone call.
Thank you.
We got everything else.
Well, they're cutting you off. They should be asking me questions. They asked everybody else questions. They didn't ask me no questions. They're subject right now.
The cards I have here that I want to leave a stack for everyone in the public. This card is my website.
It says Gilberti, Pentagon.
I'm docketed at the U.S. Supreme Court. Okay,
Arrest
this case
all the
here
U.S.
I wanna
Supreme
leave
Court
says Gilberti
justices.
versus FBI. It's
Throw 'em
filed
in jail
Fort
for
Myers
life.
because of my civil rights. There's another one in Sarasota. It includes over 50 judges that have been subduing me. If the judges are bad, you got no
My
chance.
dad showed up dead with the discs.
They
No one
did a
gives a
fraudulent
shit, man.
transfer on our land.
Too
switched out the
advanced
legal
for their
description of
sorry
2,000 acres
asses.
and spend tax dollars after. It's all public record. This is all tied to the Bush family.
You're going
Where
down,
was he
George
during
Bush.
9/11?
I'm filing the
And that's
shit
what
on
we
you,
talked
man.
about in New
You
York
and Mitt
when
Romney and
Building 7 went
dumbasses.
down. They were trying to crush those aqueducts. If they would have crushed them, you wouldn't have got 8 million people out of New York.
They tried to kill the whole country that day.
So, I want to.
No one talked about the aqueducts.
BlackRock Investments in it. I named
Arrest that company.
They manage these assets, and they're behind hiding this stuff. They're in Southern California. They're all over the country. And one of the big issues about this I have is this war in Israel with Gaza.
Very important right here.
They're fighting over the Jordan River. How's that river getting that water? It's coming up from underneath. On the other side of the border, there could be a buried one. It's 10 times more valuable. You see, knowledge is power. And this military complex hid this 50 years. And a lot of people died of cancer.
With a lot of people in
A lot of
Florida
kids
hit it too.
never had a chance. So
All the
you make a phone
developers,
call to
Lennar,
DeSantis.
Pat Neal,
You're more than welcome. I'm asking you to
Pulver
come
House.
order water tests. Changes medicine. Ain't just about the pipeline.
Neil Benderson,
It's about medicine.
DeBartolo,
Okay. So, and they're everywhere. and
Toll
there's different
Brothers,
ones.
Benita
So
Homes.
this is knowledge. That
Give us our
all these
money back
kids
for our
with their
homes.
3D and their minds and the computers, they need to go out and help. Give these kids a chance. So that's pretty much what I got. I can give you guys permit documents.
Nobody's
you can call me,
called.
ask your engineers, continuing service, Stantec. I sued all those guys. They're all running.
They're
'cause I
still
used to work
paying
with
these
them in
engineers
James and
too
Moore.
to poison our water
Everybody wants
supply
to go home and take
using
it easy.
bad
I get it,
resources.
but we got to do something about this. Okay?
Thank
you.
Thank you for being here.
Now they ain't got nothing to do all day. They're just sitting around in their rich tables. They got like 5 things on their agenda about fixing yacht boat mooring piles and stuff like that. They should have called already, and they should have called me by now. That's a leader. They're probably scared. They're just old, retired, rich people, and they don't care about our children, I guess. That's fine. Maybe they got grandchildren that die of cancer. Maybe they'll wake up in court. So the bottom line is nobody's calling on all leadership, all media, all entertainment industry, and we got Jewish developers for 50 years here. You're talking about Israel. Those aren't the same people, man. The Jews in Israel are condemned more than anybody. They blame the Jews. These Jews in Florida, these aren't real Jews. These are Zionist Jews, these rich ones. Like Ross for the Dolphins. Neil Benderson hiding this in Sarasota. Lennar Homes. All these shitty homes they built with these bad water. They all know. Toll Brothers knows. Benita Homes. Everyone needs their money back from these developers. Let's collateralize their assets. And this Bill Gates and these train guys with BlackRock and Vanguard, they need to be assessed first and take all their assets so we can build the pipes. Nobody's going to stop me here, man. Everyone's getting up. And every single leader from Tampa to Miami who didn't make the call is going to prison for life. It may take me another 3 or 4 years, but trust me, you're going.